As a photographer based here in the beautiful Hawaiian Islands, I can say without a doubt that I'm pretty spoiled when it comes to landscape and nature photography. But through word of mouth and through social media posts, I developed a longing to explore beyond the islands that I call home. Thanks to some cheap hotel deals, my buddy Justin and I planned a trip to the 9th island of Las Vegas. This is where we would begin one of the most epic and memorable photography trips ever. This is chapter 1 of the Great Mainland Trip of 2022, where we spent 5 days in the desert. Shortly after landing, Justin snuck up from behind me at the rental car pickup, and then we headed over to the Delano Hotel. While planning this trip, it sounded like a good idea to visit all of the national parks within a few hours' drive from Las Vegas. So after a decent hotel restaurant meal, we hit the hay and woke up mid-morning to explore our first national park, Death Valley. Now we chose Death Valley as our first spot because that particular day was supposed to be the coolest day out of all of the days we were there for that week. And by cool, I mean 120 degrees cool. After a short 2-hour drive, our first stop here at the national park was the classic Zabriskie Point.
All right, so we're out here in the heat of Death Valley. It's like 111 right now. We're just out here at Zabriskie Point, just gonna do a quick little walk up to that lookout, and that might be it. We'll probably just sit in the car and recover after like this gigantic heat stuff. We're trying to keep everything minimal, so I just have this one, the A1 with the 16 to 35, and then the A74 with 100 to 400. But yeah, this will be interesting for sure. So pretty, but it's so hot. It's ridiculous. There's no wind either. I guess this is why they call it Death Valley. If you stand and you sit still or stand in one place, it's not too bad. But as soon as you start moving around and walking around, then it really gets you. It's so beautiful though.
After Zabriskie Point, we cooled off for a little bit at the visitor center, and we wanted to do a little bit more exploring, including walking out to the salt flats. But after driving there and seeing how far the salt flats were from the parking lot, we decided against it, partially due to the 120-degree weather.
So we just drove up this dirt road just to, take a look at these mountains and all that. It looks pretty dope. At least I think it does. Justin doesn't seem too interested in it, but oh my gosh, look at this view. Oh, this is sketchy. Look at this ledge. That would not be fun to go down, but yeah, just gonna do a quick panorama, take a few shots. We tried to go down to the salt flats area, but we don't want to walk in this heat all the way down to the salt flats. So I think we're going to try and see if there's areas where we can drive down, maybe, and get kind of close. But yeah, it's just insane how hot it is and just how crazy this weather is. But, that's the amazing thing about Mother Nature, is that, you just get put in these elements, and then, yeah, it just takes your breath away, literally. This view is just awesome, beautiful. So we're here at the Death Valley Golf Course. You can't actually play golf here, but the salt sand, I guess the salt formations make it seem like golf balls can be, I guess, played here. But yeah, since we're out here, we have this area all to ourselves. We're just gonna find a couple of foregrounds. There's a little bit of clouds back there on those mountains and a little bit of clouds here on this side. So I think we'll do a couple of time lapses and see what we can get. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting area. Too bad that we couldn't go down to the actual salt flats because it's way too hot for that stuff. Yeah, hopefully we can get some good shots over here. All right, real quick, you can kind of see the composition we're time-lapsing with. The camera is so hot, I don't want to touch it, but we basically have these 3 little salt panels and rocks, and then just the vastness of the rest of the scene, and then the mountains kind of off in the distance. Basically, I wanted to try and get a little bit of an echo composition because you have this wide mountain range, so you kind of need like a wide horizontal foreground like this. So yeah, that's the time-lapse number 1. So we're on our way. Ooh, that's crumbly. We're on the way to the sand dunes, and we're pulling over, or I'm pulling over to the side of the road to take this beautiful panoramic view behind us. With the 100 to 400, that's gonna look epic. But yeah, just like that nice panoramic view of the mountains, and it has that smoke in there because there was all these wildfires up here. So it's just creating so much different layers in the landscape. Like, oh, that's just absolutely glorious. Love it. And the afternoon light painting those ridges. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna shut up, take my panorama, and get back on the road. Before sunset. The light, afternoon light on these mountains look pretty dope. Another panorama? I think so.
As we parked the car for sunset, we looked out towards the sand dunes. And against the common sense, we decided to plow through the 120-degree weather and walk out towards the dunes.
All right, here we go, walking to our deaths. He really does not like me right now. I don't like myself either. No person in their right mind would do something like this, that's for sure.
2 people in their wrong minds.
Yep. This should be fun. No, wait. If we can shoot the sand dunes from behind one of these trees, that'd be great. But wow, this is awesome. Ain't no complaining about heat after this. You're like, oh my God, I'm so glad it's 99.
The strategy was to walk over one dune and then rest and catch our breaths in the shadow of the next dune. The walk itself was not the hard part, but the heat made it almost impossible to breathe, and it felt like we were suffocating.
Man, look how gorgeous. It's so hot, but it looks so stunning. All right, leaving Justin up on that ridge, and we're just doing one last one, and then we'll call it a day. But Man, this is really, really glorious. It's just so freaking hot. But I've been pacing myself and I think I'm okay. I still have plenty of water. I'm just kind of worried about Justin. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't pass out. But I think with him stopping there, it should be fine. Yeah, just one more incline and then we're there. Oh yeah, that's the comp. There it is. And that's not bad for sunset either. Woohoo! There's shot number 1. 100 to 400 is perfect. Just isolating the scene like such. Probably have to Photoshop out this part, but that's a killer shot. Alright, so we got the double time-lapse action going. At this point, it's really hard to kind of do anything because it's like I just want to stop and rest and catch my breath, drink water, and pretty much recover. But yeah, we have the sun setting over the valley. There's beautiful atmosphere, so hopefully we'll catch some nice light rays as it goes down. The shadows on the sand, it's just amazing. And then this way, beautiful texture and formation, just this area. Oh, it's so unreal. The sun has officially set. It's still bright, so I might time-lapse this one a little bit more, but the sun has officially set. Pretty much these dunes are pretty much all in shadow at this point. Just gonna let it time-lapse a little bit of those darker moments just to kind of end it off. And then, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get very much like kind of like red light. We might get a hint of it, but because there's so much atmosphere, it's not gonna be a whole lot, and I don't think it's gonna be worth shooting. So I'm gonna head back. But yeah, this concludes our first day of our Vegas trip. This was our Death Valley mission. Didn't get to do everything that we wanted to, but you know, we did get to come over here and just do the sand dunes. Pretty much got almost exactly the shot that I wanted to get, so I'm very, very stoked with what we got. But yeah, I'm just gonna head back and drive back home. Probably will take it easy tomorrow. I think the best place to take it easy is probably Bryce or Joshua Tree. It's pretty much just like walking up there, so hopefully we get to go to Bryce and do something maybe a lot more chill tomorrow. But yeah, from the sand dunes out here in Death Valley, signing off, me and Justin. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
We broke up the 2-hour drive back to Vegas with some fast food from Sonic, which would begin a theme for this particular trip, which would be to try all of this particular fast food restaurants that we wouldn't be able to get back home here in Hawaii. Coming up next week on 5 Days in the Desert.